Hey guys, this video is a Q&A video. I received some questions from you guys and here are the answers. So the first one is from Maek. He said that his friends are saying that physical therapy is not important if you don't do it. And it's not important. And if you don't do it, you will just recover slowly. Can you tell me that this is wrong? And what are the consequences of zero PT? Well, thank you for asking, Mayak. This is actually a very good question. The reason it is very important question is because when I was planning for the expenses for my surgery, and physical therapy came up as one expense that I thought I may simply not need. Primary reason was that Dr. Asiag's quote only included 4 outpatient therapies. 2 times per week for 2 weeks. So any therapy that was not covered by Dr. Asiag's quote would have cost me money. So in other words, the money I paid for my surgery only included the first month of physical therapy. And anything beyond that, I would have to pay out of my pocket. So I began collecting quotes to check how much I will have to pay. I collected quotes from Ohio, from Baltimore, and the quotes that I got were anywhere between $250 to $500 per session. So if you do the math, these numbers add up quickly. If I would do therapy only 3 times a month, that can cost me an easy $1,000 or up. So I started to wonder if therapy is something that I really need or it's something that I can skip. So, well, folks, the answer is simply no. You should not skip physical therapy, and here's why. The more you lengthen, the more your tendons and everything else is just stretching in your legs. The first sign that I noticed my legs were stretching and I was in a discomfort was that the legs started to stretch in a weird way, like laterally. So here's my legs. The legs start to stretch where they were going like this. Like I could not, like this. And then I could not push my legs together like that. They were always getting apart because laterally, my tendons and everything else were stretching, the IT band. And because everything was stretching, it was pulling my legs from sides like that, like that. So your resting position is your legs are like getting apart more and more. The second one is bending your legs become impossible. So let me show you what I can do now that it was impossible for me when I was lengthening. I think the 3rd month. So there, this would not have been possible. And you cannot also sit Indian style. So an example would be leg like that. It was not possible. Not possible. So what I'm trying to say is that your discomfort increases as you lengthen. And if you do not address these issues, you will actually not be able to lengthen because a time will come where you can't stretch your tendons and everything else no more without addressing your stiffness. And physical therapy helps you gaining that flexibility back. So this is why physical therapy is important. And you will know that once you go through the surgery, the more you lengthen, the stiffer you will get, the harder it will be for you to bend, to move. If you don't do the physical therapy, your gait will not improve. Imagine me walking like that all the time. like kind of like how it's like you start to walk like you have to go to a toilet all the time, like you have to go potty. So that's why you need physical therapy. It helps you gain your gait, become more flexible. Okay. Second question is from Emek. Let's see, what is his question? He said, what was your initial proportions, leg versus torso? Do you have any video of your walking before surgery? Well, Emek, unfortunately, I do not have a good pre-surgery walking video, but I can advise you this: quit worrying about your proportions or worrying about you would look weird or a freak because you have lengthened your legs. And here's what I believe. There is a limit to which you can lengthen your legs to look normal. And after you cross that limit, you start to look like a freak. So everything has a limit. But that limit does not come into play until like at least 5 or 6 inches when you're lengthening both femur and tibias. Take my example. I used to be 5'4". Now I am 5'7". So I gained 3 inches in height. If I would do tibia lengthening, I would feel comfortable doing another 3 inches lengthening on my tibias, which would make me 5'10". So, you know, I think I would still look okay. Here's another way to put it. I met this gentleman who recognized me because of my videos, and he had done the surgery as well. But the interesting part is that I was unable to discern that he had done the surgery. He just looked like a normal guy to me. I actually thought that he was interested in my videos because he's a prospective leg lengthening patient. When he spoke to me, he told me he had done it. So he just looked like a good guy to me, you know, good proportions. So don't worry about it. And this is also true with the new people that I meet. They just accept me for how I look. Nobody has ever said to me, hey, your legs look a little bit longer. You know, they just think that I look good. You know, the legs look good. So go for it. Another question from Emek as well. Have you had bad reactions, envy in your family circles? And if not, do you think it's possible? Unfortunately, yes, actually several. The first one is anger by more of a religious folks. They keep throwing in my face that me trying to get this surgery was akin to saying God made a mistake. I always counter those arguments with the, dental braces, LASIK surgery, having your appendix removed or wisdom teeth removed. You know, all of these things are to improve our way of life. The only difference is cosmetic leg lengthening is still relatively new. So that is why people look at this as a weird surgery. The second one is jealousy. So I have this relative of mine who, if he's with me in any social settings and if a girl comes to me to talk, he immediately always makes a point to tell her that I had the leg lengthening done. The funny thing is, this results in girl talking more to me than, sending her away. Because from females, I have not had one bad reaction. Actually, one female who found out that I had the surgery done, she's married. She went home and told her husband, and she persuaded her husband to come talk to me on figuring out how to get the leg lengthening done and if he could get it done as well. So very good reactions from girls. The jealousy, envy, or anger is normally I have seen from males towards this surgery. The third one is just envy. So after lengthening, I went out and bought some good pants, jeans, and other clothes. And there's this one guy who I know who doesn't know that I got leg lengthening first. And first time he saw me after lengthening, he made an awkward comment. He said, why do you look good? What did you do? Have you lost weight? And I said, sure, and thanked him for the compliment. Since then, I told him about leg lengthening, and I told him that he can get it too if he wants it. But the funny thing is that even with this information, he just got more and more mad. It just kept making him angry. So whenever he sees me in new clothes, new pants, anything that he thinks I look good in, he gets really angry. So I can just chalk it up to envy, maybe. I don't know. So, yes, my bottom line is that you will get a mixed bag of reactions once you get the surgery. There will be people who will be supporting you, rooting for you, and happy for you. There will be people who would want this done too. So just by looking at you succeeding, they get happy because they want to get it done eventually in their lives. And then you have these people who are just flat out against and angry against this procedure. So thank you for question though. All right, so next question. Are stride precise surgeries scar super noticeable to the point where my friends can find out if I have gone through a surgery? The answer is yes. If you look at my legs, you can tell that there is a scar. There is a scarring. But can you tell that I got a surgery done? I don't know about that. It looks more like, over the years, as you age, you fell down, you cut yourself. So your body has all these scrapes and marks. It kind of looks like that. I even went to the beach. I went Bahamas. I swam there. Nobody said anything. I was with my friends who didn't know that I had lengthening done. Nobody said anything. They just think that you had a big a boo-boo that just healed weirdly. You cut yourself or you fell down. That's how people think. Nobody has said anything ever to me that I got a surgery done. But scarring wise, yes, there is a scar. Okay, what was your pre-surgery and post-surgery height? Pre-surgery, 5'4", 5'4", and post-surgery, 5 foot. Post lengthening and everything, 5'7". And that means that I grew 3 inches in height. All right. The other question is, did your surroundings notice your growth immediately and pointed out that you got leg lengthening to get taller before you even told them? The answer is yes and no. Yes, people around me immediately noticed that something was different about me. That was immediate. Everybody noticed it right away. Something was different. But no, they were not able to guess. Not one person guessed that it was leg lengthening. The reason for that is because this type of talk, leg lengthening, you and I, we're talking about it on a day-to-day basis. You're probably reading about it. If you're a prospective leg lengthener, you're probably reading about it every day. So to us, this doesn't sound that weird. But the truth is, to an outsider, this procedure looks or sounds so barbaric and weird. Think about it. You're talking about breaking your legs, inserting the rods, and then you're stretching the legs. This sounds crazy. It sounds like a science fiction. So no, nobody ever guessed that I got leg lengthening done. All right, how long will it take for me to kind of walk and drive a car after the surgery? Okay, because I had stride nail done, I was able to walk the very next day. I wish they would bring back stride. If they offer stride for tibia, I would start planning in a heartbeat. So, I was walking the next day. I started to drive 1 month after surgery. So again, I had a stride nail. That's why. It was a weight-bearing nail. All right. These are all the questions that I got. If you have any more questions, feel free to send it to me. I have some more financial questions. I'm going to make a separate video. The question was, how do people pay for leg lengthening? I'm going to make a separate video because it's a detailed subject. So hope you like this, enjoy these answers. If you have any more questions, feel free to let me know, send them to me. and I'll try my best to answer them as quick and as soon as possible. All right, guys, thank you very much. See you. Bye.